5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crouch, touch, set.
Hey everybody, this is Goff from RugbyMag.com, back with another edition of This Week in Rugby. And this time we're talking about the weekend of June 14th, 15th, and 16th. And we'll be talking a little bit about the first foray into the Summer Sevens season. We'll have a little fun with that. But first off, we have to talk about national teams. USA versus Tonga on the men's side, USA versus France on the women's side, and the USA under-20 men over at the World Junior Championships in France. Well, let's get started with the USA men versus Tonga. Now, it was a quick turnaround after a really nice performance against Ireland, albeit a close loss. Still, they looked pretty good and had to feel confident going into the game against Tonga at what used to be called the Home Depot Center, now being renamed the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Still a rugby field. And what were the expectations there? Well, we wanted to see some tries for certain. We wanted to see a win against Tonga, and we wanted to see a big crowd. Did we get all of those? Let's have a look at the highlights.
And he busts the scoring in this one. A 3-0 USA lead.
Always good to get on the board first.
And looking to add 3 points to his career numbers here. And does so. Inside 5 meters for Tonga. And right through the middle. There goes Piokala. Looking to set his table, which seems a little more orderly than last week at this moment. Wiles nails that one with 20 minutes to go. Wiles looking for his 3rd penalty goal of the contest. I'm going to say got it. Intermission in this Pacific Nations Cup showdown. Brought down there, and in turn, Vea now with it. And the prop gets a couple of meters, and down he goes. Eric Fry picks it up. That's intercepted once again, and going to have another try by Piokala if he can stay up.
Fry does all the right things. A counter ruck by the United States. Fry gets it into his hands after a successful steal. Just no room for Ngwenya to run tonight.
Tonga wants to get a hold of that one and put an end to it. The knock on, and that's it. So Tonga came into this match ranked 12th in the world, the United States 17th. Tonga coming in off
Our set pieces weren't firing, we weren't getting clean ball, and we just didn't do the things we needed to do to play ball and put pressure on them. We have to stop killing ourselves. We turn the ball over and we drop it or throw a bad pass. We get some overloads, we throw bad passes. You know, we make mistakes. We turn the ball over, give an intercept for a try. We have to play ball in their end. We have to put the pressure on other teams and take it off ourselves. And right now we're not doing that.
So definitely a disappointment for the USA. First of all, they didn't score any tries. They struggled with really taking on the defense from Tonga. And we didn't really see the creativity. We didn't see the offloading out of contact. We didn't see the trust within each other that we'd seen back in the fall. Second of all, the crowd. Bit low for what we expected for the Carson area, 7,500, really not exactly what we wanted to see. So the USA goes out of that and immediately flies out to Japan, where they end up losing their first game to Fiji. So they're still struggling to find victories, still struggling to find tries, and you can see the disappointment not only on Mike Tolkin's face, but on all the other players' faces. They were very unhappy with their own performance, and they need to right the ship, at least offensively. Defensively, they generally looked fairly strong, just were making a couple of silly mistakes on turnovers, little errors like that. What was the story with the women's team? Well, they had been playing a 3-game series against France, and had won the first game close and lost the second game close. And here was the final, also at the Home Depot Center, although on an outlying field, in front of about 2,000 fans. What could they make happen with a very young team against a big, physical, experienced French outfit? Let's have a look at the highlights.
That gets underway July 30th with England, South Africa, and Canada at Northern Colorado. Holding it in there, Engine, the 8. And moving forward, a successful maul to this point.
It looks
just
like
a couple meters out. Engine picks it up and pushes it down for the try. Had 10 points on Tuesday, 8 in game 1 against France. Booms that one and off the mark. So 0 for 2 on the U.S. Knocking on the door, 3 meters out. Pick and jam for the U.S. Closer. Between the posts. They cross the line. They're darn close to.
ball cleanly worked to the back there.
Singh spins it. Anderson. Taken down is Ane Peterson. Anderson comes back outside. Kavicek, Ashley, fly in.
Great vision there by Sadie Anderson. From the U.S. was talking about the rapport that both of these teams have. And a couple of days ago, for a warm-up, they had played touch rugby against each other. And then it kind of morphed into a soccer match. And beautiful kick by Bailon. US they're trying to match the French numbers. They don't lift. They opt to stay on the ground and defend the line out instead. Probably a wise move because the French forwards are so good at the maul.
And the maul is looking good there for France. Just holding it up. Mignot, number 2. And she's still got a choo-choo train in front of her. Gonna go all the way down and a try.
Support is late from the forwards, and so the backs have to get involved in the mix there.
Slamming forward was Burke. Outside it goes to Kavanaugh. And Kavanaugh, a gap and then some. Erica Kavanaugh with a try for the U.S.
They need to.
Jamie Burke powering forward. U.S. got a shot here. Outside, Anderson.
Oh, they have the numbers.
Off the hands of Bitzer with plenty of folks alongside.
Oh, 5 people out on the corner.
Now, can she kick it into touch, and is that the contest? Into touch it goes, and that is France, victor.
Well, a close loss, a disappointing loss for the USA on that one. And really, overall, their performance was not so bad. They missed a couple of kicks that really looked like they could have actually gone over, so don't really want to fault Sadie Anderson on that. Very young back line, and they made some mistakes in the backs. They had an odd man rush several times, 4-on-2, 3-on-1s that they didn't take advantage of until the end, and you saw all they had to do was get quick hands out to the wing. There was Erica Kavanaugh with a terrific try at the end. They just didn't have enough. They had opportunities. The tries were on elsewhere in the game. They just didn't take advantage. Now, we're looking ahead also to the end of the Junior World Championships over in France, and the USA Under-20s have really struggled there. We'll be looking at a little bit of video highlights next time. We'll talk right now about the fact that the USA were thrashed 97-0 by South Africa, lost 45-3 to France, and then lost 109-0 to England. Following on that, they were in a playoff against Scotland and lost 39-3. As of this show, we're looking ahead to one more game against Fiji. They win against Fiji, they stay in that competition. They lose, they get relegated back down to the Junior World Rugby Trophy. Now, I am perhaps in the minority here, but I don't think this is all a great big disaster. I think the performances are not good, and I think the USA could have done better, but I think it would have been a big stretch to expect them to win these games. I think that head coach Jason Kelly could have done better, but I don't think he's a big disaster putting the team in the position that they're in. The situation is that the coach and the players and the entire new program has to learn. It takes them a year to learn. You look back at the under-20s at the Junior World Rugby Trophy. They won that last year. We could talk about what a great job Scott Lawrence did, and he really did do a great job. But remember, the year before, they almost finished last in that competition. So there's a little bit of experience that goes on, experience that goes toward these younger players, and I think we have to be a little bit more patient with how they put this together. At the same time, USA Rugby and the U20 coaching staff have to be really dead on in terms of their planning, in terms of their preparation, in terms of their funding, what they expect from these young players who are playing, don't forget, playing against mostly professionals from England, South Africa, France, Scotland, and countries like that.
Oh, it was really good for us. It's always good to play against somebody that you never play against. You know, we're always playing against each other, so we all know each other's steps, each other's style of play. So it's really good to come up here and get a taste of kind of New Zealand style play, where they pull out and lots of steppers, and so it was very good. You know, we thank Zachary and everyone involved up here in Seattle for this great experience. You know, we had some really good moments where we showed our potential, and then we had some really bad moments which showed our flaws. So we now go back to San Diego and fix those and get ready for World Cup.
A ton of experience on the other side to deal with, which is really good for you.
Yes.
You know, they're able to bring that to bear to play against you, and you've got a guy might kick unexpectedly or something like that. So it's cool.
No, yeah, it's very good. You know, especially playing against the likes of Ben and Zachary and Mosi. So it's very New Zealand style, where you never know what they're going to do. And I thought our defense played really well. We readjusted on our wall. There was a lot of communication, a lot of patience we've been really working on is not getting our wall broken. If they're going to score on the outside. And they didn't score a lot of tries. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, we still have a lot more to fix, but we're definitely going in the right direction.
Well, we wish the USA men and the women good luck in Moscow. Not going to be easy, but we'll see how they go. It's going to be a very difficult tournament at the Sevens World Cup. Well, Sevens is a big thing now in the summer, isn't it? And we talk about qualifiers, we talk about championships, we look at the fact that Belmont Shore is back and looking strong, Chicago Lions are back and looking strong, the Young Bloods over in Minnesota, Puget Sound Beach, certainly a very strong team, and there are teams in Texas and in Florida, don't forget Daytona Beach, and in New York area as well, all vying for a national championship. But Sevens is more than that. There are about 200 Sevens tournaments in the United States, most of them during the summer, and we stopped by the rite of passage in the Northwest, which is the Tatanka Sevens at the Evergreen State College in Olympia, Washington, this past weekend, just to get a taste of that fun that comes with the start of the Sevens summer season.
There you go, use it!
Get with it,
There you go, now move it, Nice, Jess! With her! There you go, Rose!
Let it come! And again, Mollis!
Go, Mo!
No!
One more! Get it out! Use the out! Use the out! Go, Carly! Take that corner. There we go. Nice.
Good job, Dana.
Oh, dear.
Well, one of the great things we see from the Summer Sevens is that because of the growth of the CRC, we're seeing a lot more college teams playing sevens through the summer just for fun. And at the same time, with the advent of sevens being part of the Olympics, we're seeing high school organizations get more and more involved in sevens, and a lot more high school teams are sticking around to play a little summer sevens as well. That's really great to see, and we're actually seeing players start to track themselves. Forget about the coaches, forget about scouts. Players themselves are starting to track that they prefer sevens. They might concentrate on that even in high school and in college. And more than that, it's just a lot of fun. So with that thought, this is Alex Goff from RugbyMag.com, and thank you very much for watching This Week in Rugby.
And 1, 2, 3, can't wait!